Jesus Christ. What in the Carmen San Diego going on with Shannon Sharpe? For those who missed it yesterday, Shannon Sharpe was out here on live television on First Take, the number one sports debate show. They had this man out here looking bad. I mean, looking bad. He looking like a fake black Ken doll. This man was looking like Randy Jackson. Holy. This man was out here looking like one of the lost brothers of the Isley brothers. Jeez. They had Shannon Sharpe out here looking bad. Okay, so social media was roasting Shannon Sharpe's performance on First Take. They had Shannon Sharpe, the makeup department had just, had this man going on set. I guess there's no mirrors in the makeup room. I don't know. They probably did his makeup in a dark closet. I mean, I know time is very limited on live television, but you mean to tell me you don't have enough time to check yourself out before you go on live television where millions upon millions of people are watching you? But this is supposed to be the hottest star on ESPN First Take, and they got this man looking bad. Now, I will say this. If he was on Undisputed, this would not happen. All right. They had Shannon Sharpe looking like Clayface. I mean, it looked bad. Okay. I understand makeup. I don't use makeup, but I understand there's different shades of color of makeup. And you really, I guess he had some type of foundation on his face. You really supposed to, from my understanding, have something close to your complexion. That is not Shannon Sharpe's complexion, not at all. They had Shannon Sharpe looking out. They had Shannon Sharpe looking out here looking like a mocap character. I mean, it looked bad for Shannon Sharpe. I mean, and this comes from a slew of mixed outtakes and mistakes ever since he landed at ESPN. It started with he called Stephen A. Smith Skip not once, but twice. Skip. Okay. Now, his first day, I did say that he was kind of nervous. And, everybody would be nervous. I mean, you're going on the biggest network in sports television, in sports media. I mean, you was like a big fish in a small pond over there at Fox Sports 1. Now you're swimming with the sharks at ESPN. So I understood that he was going to be a little nervous his first day at ESPN First Take, but no one thought in a million years that he was going to call Stephen A. Smith Skip not once but twice. It was so bad, Stephen A. Smith the next day had a name tag saying, "Hey, my name is Steven." Okay. And I think it was 2 weeks ago, his alarm went off on his iPhone, even though everyone said that, I'm making something out of nothing. And, I guess the chemistry with him and Molly has been lukewarm, but like I said, these two have never worked together. I mean, he has been on First Take when Skip Bayless was there, when it was Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith. And when either one of them are on vacation, they sometimes use Shannon Sharpe. That was a time Shannon Sharpe was trying to, get back into television. No one took a chance on Shannon Sharpe. Everyone, it just seemed like he could never bounce back from when he was let go of at CBS Sports. There's a lot of speculations on why he was let go at CBS Sports. And the insiders they know why he had to exit stage left at CBS Sports, but that's neither here nor there. But the only person that believed in Shannon Sharpe is the same person that everyone wants to label the villain and is the reason why he's no longer there at Fox Sports 1. And the only person that believed in Shannon Sharpe was Skip Bayless. And the only one gave Shannon Sharpe another opportunity was Skip Bayless. And the only one that really had faith and saw the potential in the growth of Shannon Sharpe was Skip Bayless. So technically the guy that y'all label he's the reason why Shannon Sharpe is no longer there at Fox Sports 1 is the exact same guy that believed in him before anyone else did. You know, ESPN could have snatched Shannon Sharpe years ago, but they didn't because of his history, his track record. Even when Skip Bayless introduced the idea to the old regime at Fox Sports 1, you know, they was kind of hesitant on it. Like, you know, we really want you to debate someone in your field. And Skip Bayless said, no, this is the guy. But that's neither here nor there. Y'all can take it with a grain of salt. I just thought to just add it into the video. You know, since everyone thinks that Skip Bayless is the reason why Shannon Sharpe is no longer there, I still believe it was a contract dispute. There's a lot of people out there that think that that man got fired on his day off. He just didn't have much of a working relationship with the new regime over there at Fox Sports 1 because they didn't hire Shannon Sharpe. And they felt like, look, we're already done maxed out Skip Bayless. Now we're gonna max out Shannon Sharpe, and we're still gonna be the second, maybe the third best show in this time frame. Oh, no. Okay. If you want to stay here, you know, obviously they couldn't work anything out. They both agreed on a buyout. And Shannon Sharpe, had this long list of suitors that was going to pay top dollar for Shannon Sharpe to be on Apple TV, Amazon, FanDuel, maybe make a return to CBS Sports, maybe get them out of the cellar. NBC Sports was a possibility. You had people like people that thinking that maybe Viacom will be interested in Shannon Sharpe. You know, Shannon Sharpe has political views. There was some people out there that speculated maybe CNN may take a plunge on Shannon Sharpe. You had all of these networks, all of these streaming services clamoring for this super mega free agent of Shannon Sharpe, but Shannon Sharpe chose the latter. He chose a part-time deal at ESPN. He does it Mondays and Tuesdays. Occasionally, he does it Friday. Occasionally, and Club Shay Shay, his podcast, is sponsored by The Volume, a digital network that Colin Cowherd created. He has a partnership with Colin Cowherd. He's introducing Shay Shay Media. I think, and like I said in other videos, I think he chose the freedom and the independence of, just blazing his own trail instead of trying to ink a massive deal and chase the bag and have the backing of a major network or a major streaming outlet, which, if you look at it, that's exactly what he's going to end up doing, because they're already colluding, him and Skip Bayless. Stephen A. Smith. There's been many articles and many publications that said that they're joint to the hip as far as getting Stephen A. Smith a mega deal because he got 2 years left at ESPN. Plus, Shannon Sharpe is wanting to rip this contract that he has at ESPN, rip me out the plastic like I'm brand new. Quoting Lotto there for a second. And he wants to rip this up and get even a bigger and better deal with ESPN. That's what a lot of articles and a lot of publications are pointing to. They're joined at the hip. And if Stephen A. Smith doesn't get his big deal at ESPN, you have the Stephen A. Smith supporters out there that says, it was fun while it lasted. He was tired of sports television. He always wanted to do a nighttime show. He's more Hollywood. He's got an agent, a Hollywood agent. He thinks of himself as an actor. He wants to be in more movies, more television shows, more soaps, maybe daytime television, maybe something on the political side of things, because Stephen A. Smith is an extraordinary human being that has other interests, even though a lot of publications and even Stephen A. Smith admitted to ESPN is going to take care of him on this next deal. And if they take care of Stephen A. Smith, well, Shannon, if you scratch my back, I'll scratch your back. And let them rip up this contract and give you even a better deal, even a better opportunity. Maybe doing your own show at ESPN. Maybe having your podcast exclusively at ESPN. Maybe get a radio gig with ESPN Radio. The sky's the limit. Or you can take over from me if nothing happened between Stephen A. Smith and ESPN, and you can be the permanent host, the next iteration of First Take. I don't know how that narrative is going to help Molly. There's a lot of people out there that think that if Stephen A. Smith leaves First Take, then Molly is going to be the next host of First Take. Now, a lot of fans of First Take are not happy with Molly. And Molly has, put her work there, put her work in, put her due diligence in, put her loyalty in, particularly with Stephen A. Smith and with ESPN. So one would assume that they're going to reward her for this and give her the First Take gig, but stop the presses. Now Shannon Sharpe is like another twig in a bunch of branches on the ground that you have to pick up when fall is almost over. So that's what's going on. I think Makeup Gate, Shannon Sharpe, and he's looking like a claymation figure. He's looking like one of them 1970 old dolls, black dolls. I mean, hey, even though it's a mistake, I just felt like, and I said this earlier in the video, if he was still at Undisputed, I don't think this would have happened. Hey, whatever happened to his appreciation to the makeup staff over there at First Take? And I could have sworn Shannon Sharpe said this, and I think I need to go back to the last show where he was on Undisputed. I could have sworn he said that he was going to bring someone from the makeup department because they really took care of him, and he wants them to work for him. Whatever happened to that person? I mean, does that person only does his makeup when he's off the set at ESPN, when he does Club Shay Shay, or when he does Nightcap? So you mean to tell me that makeup person can't travel with him to ESPN? You mean to tell me that person on remote, when ESPN go on remote, that person can't travel along with Shannon Sharpe? Makes you wonder. Just another layer into the onion that, no one's not really talking about. And I've been telling you guys, I think low-key, this is a huge success for ESPN. You got Pat McAfee, who's blowing it up over there at ESPN. You got, First Take, Stephen A. Smith. They always had a viewership turnout. And now you got Shannon Sharpe. You got a three-headed monster between Pat McAfee, Stephen A. Smith, and Shannon Sharpe. And it's not going to surprise me none if all three of these guys have their own show down the road. And this is going to send ESPN back to its glory days. It's going to bring the subscribers back home. Now, I did read an article a couple of months back that ESPN is probably going to have all its original programming on its own streaming service. It's not going to be ESPN Plus. It was going to be called something else. We'll have to wait and see on that. There was also talk that Disney was willing to sell ABC to another media outlet. We'll have to wait and see how that develops. Also been hearing Disney has been interested in EA, the video game developer. You know, those are rumors. Those are rumors that are out there, and I feel like if we get any type of clarity on any of those rumors, it really gives you the foresight in what direction Disney is going. Obviously, when you look at Disney, they want to go on the streaming side of things. Streaming is the new future. It's the new media. It's the uncharted, undiscovered country. And I think ESPN is moving forward, not backwards. Now, how this resonate with Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharpe? Well, if you're going to have a streaming service, you better have a lot of content in that streaming service if you want people to slide in their credit card, debit card information in and pay $24 or $30 or maybe $15 a month, however it's going to be set up. If you want people to continue to pay for that, you have to have entertainment. So it is what it is. But guys, tell me what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe. I'm up out of here. Deuces.